Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is Abu Rasheed on the Arabic Quran YouTube channel, and here we are with episode number 20, where we're going to cover Jesus, peace be upon him, Isa alayhi salam, and the Blessed Virgin Mary, Mariam alayhi salam, peace be upon her. And this is episode number 20, where we'll cover verse number 35. Verse number 35 from the chapter of Mary, Surah Mariam from the Quran. Okay? All right, now, just a housekeeping rule. The colors here reflect the parts of Arabic speech. The red denotes particles, the blue denotes verbs, and the black denotes nouns, okay, for those of you learning Arabic. All right. Now, we have one more episode to go, by the way, after this, and that will cover verse number 36, and then we'll be done with the 21-part series, okay? All right, so let me say the verse first, and then we'll unpack the verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ما كان بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ما كان لله أن يتخذ من ولد sorry سبحانه إذا قضى أمره فإنما يقول له كن فيكون. All right, so the verse says, let's start it off here. Ma is a particle of negation, okay? It means not. Okay? And then we have the verb was. So implied in that is it was. Okay, and we know that the syntax of Arabic is different than English, so it in English you wouldn't say not it was, we would just say it was not, okay? It was not. Now this lam is a preposition, means for, and this is Allah. Now, the spelling of Allah got changed. There's actually an alif and a lam there, but they get knocked off because of the preposition. That is a spelling rule in Arabic, and I'm not going to detail that out right now, but we do that in Arabic class. Okay? So far, we have it was not for Allah. What does that mean? It was not for Allah. It means it was not befitting for Allah. It was not suitable for the creator of the heavens and the earth, who has no beginning and no end, and is the sender of all the prophets. It was not befitting. What was not befitting? That's what we'll find out here. Okay, this particle here means that. And then the verb here, ittakhada yattakhidu, and the noun would be ittikhad. Sorry, we would have takes. It means takes. Means, takes here, not something physical, but takes, for example, when you take a position or take a stance, okay, or take a take somebody as a role model, for example, okay. So it was not proper and befitting and suitable for Allah that Allah takes what? Min here is not from. Here we will call it the extra min, or the extra min or particle, okay? And we'll call it particle of emphasis. Okay, so this is sometimes throws off some students of Arabic when they're first learning. This is not to be translated min as from, okay? The min here is being used strictly to emphasize the speech here, to emphasize what is being said, okay? And so here, we would not translate it as from. The original sentence would be ما كان لله أن يتخذ ولدا. That would be the original, okay? Now, some would take, would contend that, we shouldn't call it the extra min. But in grammar, when we say minu zaida, for example, in Arabic, minu zaida, we're not saying that something is extra to the Quran, right? That something got added on. No. The minu zaida is a grammatical principle that that basically says that you don't need that in the original sentence. Okay? You don't need that in the original sentence, and it's only there to as optionally to emphasize the sentence. Excuse me. Okay, walad means son. The plural is awlad. So it was not proper or befitting or suitable that Allah takes for himself a son. Okay, because he's the creator of the heavens and the earth. And that obviously contradicts the main creed of the Islamic belief, which is the oneness of God without any partner. Okay. Now here we have Subhana. Okay, so here I'll just separate that out. Subhan means uh, glory to. And what do we mean by Subhan? Okay, Subhan, by the way, in the Islamic vocabulary, it is an Arabic word, obviously, and it is what we call maf'ulun mutlaq, absolute object in Arabic, to emphasize, right? Now, so Subhan here is uh, declaring Allah's perfection, declaring divine perfection, declaring God's perfection, which the flip is also true, that we're disassociating God from any imperfection. Okay? Imperfect creatures procreate. Okay? God is above procreation. God is perfect. And here we are declaring, or Allah is declaring, or we are being told to declare God's perfection, okay, and disassociating himself from any imperfection, or what we call in Arabic shirk, which is associating partners with God, okay. Now, the only thing that can follow subhan in the Arabic language based on the Islamic creed is something referring to Allah. So, for example, you would say Subhanallah or Subhanak. Kaf al Khitab would be referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or Subhan al Rahim, glory be to the merciful one. And here we have a pronoun referring to Allah. Pronoun referring to Allah. Okay? To God. Okay? So far we have it was not befitting or suitable that Allah takes for himself a son, and being said in an emphatic way. And then comes glory be to Allah, because he is perfect. Allah is perfect. And then idha, we have the conditional idha here. If Allah decrees. So the verb here is decrees or decreed, literally. Okay. But when it comes with the particle idha, it means in the future. Okay, it could mean in the past as well as present and future. Idha qada amra, a matter. A matter. I don't like that arrow. A matter. Any matter. When Allah decrees a matter, فَإِنَّمَا, so, this part is so, or then, and then this innama, only. Okay, it's made up of inna and ma, and I'm not going to get into details of that, but I do that in Arabic class, but not here. And then, so if Allah decrees a matter, so or then Allah only says that red is two, and this it meaning anything. Whenever Allah wants to bring something into existence, he only says kun, be. Okay, Allah just has to say be to that, to the thing that's going to come into existence. And then this fa, the red, so, then, just like the one above. This yakun is from kana yakunu. So by the way, I just want to point out, if you look at the beginning, kana is the past tense, masculine. And then kun is actually the imperative. And then yakun is the present tense. So you actually get all three tenses here in this verse. Kana, kun, and yakun. And then yakun is it is. So basically, all Allah has to do, all God has to do when he decrees a matter, all he has to say is be, and it is. And thus it was with Jesus, peace be upon him. All Allah had to do was cast, the spirit in Mary's womb, peace be upon her, without any, obviously normal agency between husband and wife. and he just says be and it is. And remember, Allah said that in the previous verse, kun fayakun, right? That he just says be and it was, and Jesus, peace be upon him, was, right? That's all Allah had to say. Anyways, that is it for this episode. We'll be back, inshallah, with episode number 21, the final episode, with verse number 36. For now, this is Abu Rasheed signing off. I hope you benefited. I say peace be unto you, all of you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.